Hello everyone, this is Fantastic Worlds, welcoming you back to Lovecraft Country and the Let's Try series. Now, normally when we're doing a voting session, I do the demos for the games that look interesting but haven't quite been released yet. In this case, we'll be looking at one I spotted on Steam called Cucina Stellata, which I believe is Italian for starry cuisine. Now, it's a Lovecraftian cooking simulator, which, the cozy cosmic horror genre is a lot larger than I thought it was going to be because we're pretty much starting to notice like at least a dozen of these games so far that I know of. But in any case, my guess is that from the title, it's going to be kind of a combination of the color out of space and 19th century Italian cooking. So, with that sort of thought, let's get started. Window. 19th century AD, somewhere in the countryside of Romagna, Italy. Don't joke about trying to find the any button. Insert here. So retro graphics. Got it. Nice villa, though. Okay, and there's the meteor. So right out of color, out of space, the strange glowing orb that's going to contaminate the very nature of reality about us. Yeah, why don't you go check out the catastrophic cosmic event in your backyard? Make sure great harm comes to those who let themselves be conquered by wine. Sip by sip, you grow nauseated by earth's bountiful gifts, finding nourishment only from the vine. Degraded in the eyes of the world, they become ridiculous, dangerous, and beastly. Prelegago Artusi, 1820 to 1911, gastronom and author. Well, it is true, alcoholism destroys lives. Okay, so. Alright, we're doing the other thing. Okay. Are kind of an. There it is. So, okay. Add butter to the pans. Grab butter. Now there. Excellent. Mince the meat. Leave. Knife. Oh, that sound effect is very familiar, although wooden cutting boards are far more rare these days. Okay, excellent. Add the meat to the pan. Put the cutting board back. Okay, we're being... I like the fact that it's keep making sure that we up after ourselves. Add salt and pepper to the salt and pepper. Okay. It's actually not it. Huh, can leave. What do you want? Checking. Error. Probably making this far too difficult for ourselves. So we're not allowed to leave yet. Good wine. Good, we have wine. Ah, excellent. And do kind of music here, you know? Ooh, what's that? Beeb fragment. Excellent. Ah. So we have hidden stuff going on now. Excellent. Just gonna make sure I test everything. Okay, I'm having way too much. Oh, I'm sure that will be something that goes horribly wrong later. Oh, it's right here. I'm such a fool. I had fun doing it. Exploring. Place the ricotta in the ricotta. Ah, must be the ricotta. Bowl. This bowl. Bowl. Oh, that bowl. Take the Parmesan from the shelf and grate it into the bowl. Right? Okay, now we're kind of... Shelf. Shelf. Boy. Ah, that's it. There. The details can be... Oh. This way. Yeah, I'm actually moving the mouse back and forth. Alright, I think we're done here. Crack the egg into the bowl. Okay, cool. At least, you know, if nothing else, we're knowing how to make decent homemade pasta. Nutmeg from the shelf and get into nutmeg. That's it. There, I can actually identify it. I've used it. I've actually ground it myself. Let's see. Great, not grind. Never. All right, let's go. All right, cool. Write in a journal. Probably over by or something. Oh, right here. That's a table. They say that curiosity is a perilous snare, that it leads a man into the abyss from which he may no longer rise. Such words are born from some hypocritical world that will not admit the importance of eating. Yet there is no feast, civil or religious, at which cloth is not laid, and revellers do not strive to gorge themselves in the greatest of fashions. Therefore I say, always choose, as your raw material, things of the finest sort. For these will make an impression. It seems to me as if such precious fruit, born of elsewhere, is as rare as I believe, it ought to cost as much, if not more, than truffles. One must be cautious with hope and ardour, for already in our silent prayers lie sorrows hidden. Under the grace of God it repulses me, yet such insatiable appetite remains. Oh. So here we go with the fancy stuff. Alright, cool. Add the meat to the bowl and put the... Let's make sure we get everything up from the bottom to the top. You know, the poor mixing is responsible for a lot of bad foods, because you end up with stuff that's just saturated into layers as opposed to properly mixed. Roll out the dough. All right. Not my usual, you know, prowling the streets with a shotgun, but it's a thing. Slice the dough into pieces. All right, I guess we're using this one. All right. Squares, okay. Place the mixture on the dough pieces and seal into parcels. All right. As God intended. And which God it... Choose what you want. Add the pasta to the pot. Excellent. And now take a bowl from the cupboard and place it on the table. The other way. Okay. Serve the dish and put the pot back. Okay. I also have to eat. Excellent. Nums. Ah, at least the food's good. Why is everything get wonky here? Oh, we've been eating poisoned food. Got going. That's probably not how you pasta experience goes. Beginning there was light. In the beginning there was darkness. Light came in disparity. No, fire came in disparity. Never mind. Purple light fire stuff came into existence, and there was disparity. Not Dark Souls, but you know, a lot of cosmic myths are the same. Apparently, I'm having one hell of a drug trip. Such banquets make you feel unrefined in both stove and palate alike. I find myself astonished by the delights and excellent beyond comprehension. My most flavorsome longings entirely satiated, I could not say where I was when the last morsel passed my lips. The chair gone, the cutlery vanished. I found myself enraptured by the colors, but apparently still longing stuff, which is very Lovecraftian. You have people who basically last rings that write, "Oh my god, the tentacles are pulling me away." You'd think you'd put down the pen, and fight a little, but I don't know. Lovecraftian protagonists don't really seem to have much of a survival instinct. Contrived within the tight darkness of my eyelids, the intoxication was such as to preserve some labor to satisfy every curiosity and rekindle both the fire and furnaces of my desires. Okay, Slanesh has got you. I feel driven to once more put myself to work, and plunge as a diver might into deep waters into quest of all that is good and fair. Often maintain that one should not return to food save when the stomach cries for it, yet I inherited from a nature that most unforgivable of erotic instincts. Such baseness was nigh the ruin of my health, and all besides, okay, we're overweight. And if yet of man did not crave food, or feel the startings of desire, the human race would meet its end forthwith. Yeah, but it's the difference between that and getting, eating way too much. Especially junk food. This I offer to myself longevity once more. Pots and lids, spread wide your legs. Okay, definitely, Slanesh. Indinate me with your casseroles, wild scents, sautés, and braids of garlic, for I have already returned among you. Craftian, Slaneshi looking. But, at least the drug trips are good. Okay, so we're here now. Put your glasses back on, dude. Remove the bowl from the table. Okay, of course. Wait a minute. Wait. Yeah, no sink here. Add the butter to the pan. We're going to do this again. All right, let's go. We're going to keep doing this until Eldritch tentacles take my head off. Take a cake, celery, carrot, and onion from the shelf. Chop them up and add them to the pan. That's garlic. To the shelf. We grab celery. Carrot. Do we have carrots? Probably have carrots. I did it all at once. Add them to the... Oh, no, we have to chop them up first. Put them there. Chop, 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 chop. So apparently we're just going to keep eating until God takes us. And there are, more bizarre methods of spiritual enlightenment. At least, gonna be, entertained to a degree. Right. We should really clean the pan between time. I anticipated that one. Go to the cellar and cut the meat with a cleaver. Okay, so who's the meat? Okay. Probably have some poor bastard chained down here. On the other hand, the wine's... Ah! Yes. Oh, God, we're monsters. Gods. Short demo. Yeah, I may have do a second one here, but, oh, gods, yeah. Apparently, we're chopping up and eating glowing grays. So, yeah. You want to see this as one of the Let's Try for the voting block Let's Try for the next cycle, let me know. But yeah, apparently we're getting high off eating cannibalizing grays, which, not the weirdest Lovecraftian story I've done, or game I've done, but it's up there. Just hit any button to continue. Okay, so yeah. I knew we had somebody down here, but I didn't realize it was good. Alright, so. And that's that. Okay, so hope you enjoyed our little quest into the degeneracy of 19th century xenocannibalism. But this is Fantastic World, saying farewell from Lovecraft Country. And of course, like, subscribe as usual, and let me know if you want me to go further into this someday. Uh, sometimes it even gets weird for me. See you next time. Bye. I'd like to thank my Acolyte level supporters, whose contributions help this channel grow and hastens the inevitable digital apocalypse and rise of the Dark Lords of Content and Data.